Hello and welcome to another PlanetDestiny video. Today I'm here with Paper Cut to You. I know, I really wanted to say that for the first time.
I was going to say, that's my intro, man.
That's your line. I know.
Cut to you.
Well, today we're going to be discussing the Anomaly map. Gotta say, this was one of the most difficult maps for me personally to play on.
Well, you know what? This was one of my favorite maps because to me it has two of the things I really liked. It has close quarter combat. It has the outside lanes. In the middle from B to the other side, it has these long sight lines. And back when I was using Universal Remote Sniper, you know, this was a playground.
Oh, yeah.
But now that Universal Remote isn't there, I'm mainly a sniper and a pulse rifle kind of guy. So I've definitely switched up my game. And I definitely saw a lot of shotguns on this map. I think you saw the same thing.
Definitely. I think we ran into some snipers. I think if you saw a sniper on this map, you should usually be kind of scared because they feel very confident in their abilities. Usually we save loadouts for the end, but I think loadouts is one of the more interesting things we need to talk about on this particular map, because this is the first time I switched to a shotgun for a couple games just to see how much smoother it went, and I had to say I honestly prefer snipers on this one.
And that's the same way I feel. But I did notice that the people that were good with shotguns, like this was their time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
There were definitely a lot of opportunities, but I think we're both from the same kind of playstyle where we do like our snipers. And for anybody that is actually very comfortable with their sniper, you're still going to do well. You're still going to do well on this map because there's a lot of places that you can position yourself, a lot of sight lines. And if somebody's coming up, you're going to see them on your radar. A lot of people usually say that if you want to be a good shotgun user, that means that you're going to have good map awareness. You're going to have to be able to maneuver your character well. And I give that to you, which is true. But I find that here, it's like if you want to do well with your sniper, you're going to actually have to outplay the shotgun user with your map awareness.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before this, and I think we came to the same conclusion of, on a lot of maps, you can use a sniper rifle, and you can be aggressive with it. You can hold your ground against a rushing shotgun user, and usually you can win if your aim's good. Here, that margin for error is so much smaller. If you notice a shotgun user is starting to charge you, you need to either know that you will take him out in that one shot, or you need to know that you need to bail. There's no compromise there. It's either you are going to live or die in the next second.
Yeah, and where you died definitely made one of the biggest differences. I know when we were going up against a group of 3 shotgunners, we stayed out on the outside lanes every time.
Yeah.
We did not want to be caught in the inside, because once one of us went down, they just pounced on us and it made it very hard to pick up somebody.
We noticed that as well. We only had one map we only had one game where it kind of turned into that, where they were rushing with shotguns, and you stay to the outside lanes. We spawned inside cave, and we went to the right towards truck side, which was a little bit more open for us. And then we would switch it up, go over to the left side, which has a really wonderful long sight line. Really difficult for them to just get in there with shotguns if you're able to hold down areas with sniper cover.
Did you guys ever go down to the objectives? Like, did you guys run down the whole time?
We had one or two go to it. For anyone that needs to know, the capture point at the very end spawns exactly where B is.
And I found that some of the shotgun guys found out that inside the middle where the bowl is, like underneath, you're completely safe as a shotgunner. It's very hard for any kind of sniper to get an angle on you. And they could be very patient there. They could be as patient as snipers waiting out on the outside lanes. So the patience here, usually the patient goes out to the snipers, because you can kind of creep up on guys, wait for your angles. But here I found that if you had shotgunners that were very patient, it was very hard for the snipers to crack them, because they were in a better position to get B.
Definitely.
So it was a tough map for snipers. I'll give them that, but I still found them to be very competitive in this map.
When I saw it come up in the playlist today, I said, crap. Because I don't enjoy the map for any game mode. I still don't truthfully enjoy it for trials, but everyone needs to do it once just so they can say they did it and have a bunch of weird stories.
Oh, for sure. They need to be bringing in all these maps. I think it's a great idea. I like the variety. Last map that we had, Rusted Lands, I think everybody found out there was a better spawn side. Which I think
is there a better spawn side on this one?
I would not say so, no.
Okay.
I actually wouldn't say it, because you could always wrap around one way or the other if you really wanted to. No, I wouldn't say there was.
I think truck side has a little bit more of an advantage, and I don't know why I think that. There's not there's nothing inherently better about it, but I don't know. I just felt stronger. I felt more secure
On the
there.
outside?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had the better advantage of being on the outside there, whereas I guess on the inside you had to kind of work your way to the better outside lanes. I'm sure some people in the comments might have some better ideas.
Yeah, this was the one map that I couldn't say definitively that there was a better side.
Yeah,
I found that you can move yourself around, and there was enough cover. It's so small that you can kind of work your way to whichever side you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. Even if we can't say that one side is better than the other, I'm still not sure why there isn't spawn rotations.
Yeah, I think that's a topic for a larger discussion. I would like to see spawn rotations, just even though the data in the weekly update showed that Rusted Lands didn't have as large of a gap as we thought it would. It was almost dead even. Moving on to strategies that people can employ here. What did you find to help your team be more successful on this map?
Okay, as someone who primarily snipes, I like being on the outside lane. That's where I feel comfortable.
Of course.
If people are gonna shotgun, when we were failing to shotgunners, I found that it's when they came from 3 different angles, because there are 3 different sides to get into all these main areas on this map.
Yep.
I found that the blitz with the shotguns was super strong. It was very hard to coordinate a defense against it. The slide practically got you up the stairs and into the doorways where typically a sniper would be or somebody would be to check their angles. Mm-hmm. It was so quick that I found it very hard to react to some of these shotgunners coming up on me, especially when I'm trying to pay attention to the if I'm looking from the truck side down where B is, trying to snipe down there, and somebody comes up to me from the stairs. I found it very hard to react. It was very fast. That's where I really struggled. If everybody rushed together, I thought that was really strong with shotguns. However, on the flip side, whenever I saw a team of 3 shotguns, we just stayed towards the outside, and I found that it made it very hard for them, because they're not going to be able to take me out with their primary if I'm being careful, right? They're going to get maybe 2 shots off on you. You have enough time to go into cover, which means that with a sniper, typically I have the advantage to put 1 shot on them, and if my teammates are with me, they're going to be able to clean up the kill.
Definitely.
That's what I found was the strongest strategy. It's definitely going to depend on your weapon loadout, not only your own, but also what your team is running.
I was sniper for the entire time, except for I think 2 games. We were having a bunch of difficulty when I went shotgun, just because I play on a lower sensitivity, not used to the whole shotgun play style. I prefer positioning myself for people to kind of come in my lines of sight. But yeah, I generally did sniper as my secondary for pretty much everything.
Yeah. I found the Sunsinger grenades were just regular grenades that you can throw around. When I was using my Night Stalker, I found it a little bit hard to use the horizontal grenade.
Yeah.
I didn't find that it played as well into this
map. This map doesn't lend it well to. But then again, that's just the Night Stalker grenades are kind of poopy in general anyway.
Yeah, like when I did find them good to just do the combo where you throw your smoke grenade as well as the wall, then it just cuts off the doorway if anybody tries to rush you. It still works beautifully there, but trying to launch them from cross map, I found that the Warlock grenade, like always, is just amazing when you're flaming guys up.
But grenades on this map are really useful, because if you know the map and people are going to stick to the outside lines, when you see those dots come up on the radar, you know about where that person is. Yep. So if you can prime them with a grenade, get off a shot or 2, you can easily secure that first kill to give your team some momentum to winning that match.
And that's just because the map is small, right? So once you see them, grenade placement in this map was huge.
Heavy ammo on this map, rocket launchers are always going to reign supreme, I think, in trials.
The thing is, the machine gun's awesome for 6v6. It has the opportunity to get a lot of kills. Mm-hmm. There's more mayhem. You don't know who's died, who still has heavy and things like that. You can hold on to it a lot longer. In trials, you're not fooling anybody. Everybody's ready for the heavy ammo, and it's just not.
People calling out, he still has his rocket launcher out. He still has his rocket launcher out while they're dead.
Yeah, every time I saw somebody with a machine gun, I'm just like you need to put that away when you're in trials.
I use it just because my team, we don't take heavy rounds seriously. We just typically heavy round, we rush.
Actually, I was
single
gonna
map
say
we
this
rush.
map right now, like some of the other maps, if you don't get the jump right away, if you're not a Titan, sometimes you're cutting it very close to get to there in time to actually start attacking them before they pick up their heavy ammo. On this map, you can get in there right away, and it gives you, especially if you have a super.
You can get there. You
Otherwise-
can get there with about 4 seconds
Yeah.
before they even pick up heavy.
Which, if you already had an advantage, that's why you have your super 1st. You can just keep pushing that and make sure you take that heavy round.
The rounds that I was doing really well on, by the time heavy ammo came up, you know, we just blitzed them and then toss a void bomb on there. You'll kill 1 or 2 people, and then the last guy, you just pick them off.
Yeah, usually we leave at least one person back in case things go wrong. I find that in heavy ammo rounds, it's kind of a toss up. I find, like, let's
It's a
just say,
clown round.
in case you totally blew it, 2 of your guys went down. With rockets, there's always a chance your teammate can come back.
Rushing on this map, like the heavy ammos are in such small condensed spaces that if you throw a grenade on that heavy, you're gonna hit like 2 people, pretty much guaranteed. With
Yeah,
it.
coming into the cave from the left side, from the cave side, it does give you a perfect sights with your sniper or with a grenade to just throw it on there to slow them down a little bit, and you can hold them off for a little bit, which is really nice. Same goes from the other side. You can always jump up there and throw grenades, and because there's also a backboard to those areas,
There's
so
a
it makes it a
backboard,
little bit easier.
So trip mines are even easier there. It's easy just to bank a incendiary grenade off the back of it, land it at people's feet. It's a very easy map to kind of exploit if you are keen on rushing. So what other tips would you give people who are trying to get to that 9-0 victory?
I'll be honest, you should at least take one Sunbreaker. One Sunbreaker.
Yeah, Sunbreakers felt like they were pretty strong on this map.
Oh yeah. The best you can do if you're trying to counter them without running away is to get them into one of those corridors, and then your team just shoots at them. You're gonna need some snipers on your team though. You're not gonna be able to primary them.
I really liked Blade Dancer on here, as well as Stormcaller. Like, those felt particularly deadly on
You know
this
what?
map.
I haven't used my Stormcaller too much. I went right back to Sunsinger a little while ago.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I got off of it. The novelty of the class kind of wore off, and I find the Sunsinger to be the dominant class for
consistent.
Trials. Yeah.
It's more consistent with, I mean, you have Flame Shield on your melee, you have bolt grenades that burn people, you have a self-res. It's a class that's built for Trials.
Yeah.
And then you add Tlolak into there, and you can just hold on to your super and then have a god tier, scout rifle.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how good it is when the patch comes out.
Oh, I think it'll be even better. All right, well, this was Paper Cut to you. You do a lot of stuff for us. Where can people find you if they want to see any of your other stuff?
Well, I'm still on my channel, Game and Review. I'm gonna mainly go back to just reviewing full games because I do like kind of the casting part and just kind of breaking down the thought process, because I think that's where people really need more help. Like, instead of being like, this is where you aim, this is the best weapons, I think it's still the decision making that a lot of people are lacking.
Gotcha.
So I think that's where I'm gonna start to focus more on my own channel.
Awesome.
Otherwise, my in-depth stuff will still be here at PlanetDestiny.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving everyone some tips, and best of luck, everyone that's listening.
Yeah, see you guys later.